Hi and welcome. Today I'm sharing our best tips for building a horse barn. We have lived on our small farm for 5 years, and during this time we've hesitated whether or not to renovate or replace the old barn. It was large and a great playground for the kids. However, it was not practical in any way, and we were really fed up with snow and rain coming in both through the roof and the walls. We finally decided to replace it with a new building. We have not had any regrets about this decision. Now, let's get to the 5 best tips. So, tip number 1, don't be afraid to replace an old building. When we shared our plans of replacing our old barn with a new one, none of our friends thought it was a good idea. Everyone thought we should renovate the old one because it would be easier and cheaper. After a great deal of research and consulting with builders, we realized it wouldn't be either cheap or easy. Renovating would most likely have both costed us more due to the large size and the poor condition of the building. Tip number 2, don't build larger than you need. I've read plenty of tips about building larger than you initially planned for. I love space and certainly didn't want the barn to feel crowded. However, building larger costs more, that's just a fact. And if you're not planning a large boarding facility, you don't need that much space. We're making stalls for 3 horses and a pony, and even though we only have 2 small ponies at the moment, that's because we would like one more horse in the future, but to prevent us from getting too many horses, an equestrian's dilemma. Tip number 3, don't be afraid to look stupid. I've always struggled with understanding what professionals in the building business mean. They have their own technical language that makes no sense to me, even though I have learned a lot along the way. I've now accepted that I will never understand everything they say, so now I'm simply being honest and saying, I'm sorry, but I don't understand what you mean. There's no shame in not understanding technical language. Tip number 4, learn the boring stuff. Even though you can ask a professional, you also need to learn basics about the regulations for building a safe horse barn. It is extremely boring to read about ventilation when all you want to do is design the perfect horse stalls. However, it's very hard to make an overall planning of the project if you don't know the basics. I spent a lot of time reading about drainage, electricity, insulation, etc. when we planned the layout of the barn. Tip number 5, only DIY what you need to. Even though I enjoy do it yourself, it is very time consuming and you will make mistakes. On the other hand, hiring help is very expensive. We have had great companies doing the demolition, the foundation work, and the actual building. We're doing all the interior work ourselves, constructing the walls, insulation, interior roof, building the horse stalls, etc. This takes pretty much all of our spare time at the moment, so if you have the money, I suggest you hire help for this. If not, just buckle up and follow us on our journey. As you can see, we still have a long way to go until we're ready. We try to make progress every day, but sometimes it's just something tiny like painting one of the doors. I hope you liked this video and I would love to see your thoughts and tips for us in the comments. Also, let me know if you would like new video on the progress. Have a good day!